This is Radio Justice International, broadcasting a special report on a crisis unfolding in silence, a humanitarian tragedy the world must no longer ignore. Today, we take you to Western Syria, where beneath the shadows of war and political transition, a silent genocide is unfolding against the Alawite community, a community whose only crime was being born into a sect now labeled by extremists as remnants of the regime. According to the March 2025 annual threat assessment by the U.S. intelligence community, the fall of Bashar al-Assad's government came at the hands of a coalition led by Hay'at Tahrir al-Sham, a group with deep roots in al-Qaeda ideology. But while the world rushed to call this a new era of peace, reports paint a grim and different picture. In early March 2025 alone, at least over 3,000 civilians, Alawites and Christians, were brutally executed in northwest Syria in operations described as extrajudicial killings. These weren't military targets. These were elders, children, and families pulled from their homes, accused falsely of being regime loyalists, and then massacred under the guise of justice. Eyewitnesses speak of HTS militants staging false attacks to fabricate evidence of Alawite aggression, a grotesque play, justifying ethnic cleansing. A masked militant would stand before cameras, claiming to be a regime remnant while holding a bloody knife, the very same weapon used to execute innocent civilians moments before. Meanwhile, in the international arena, UN envoy Geir Pedersen, in a now infamous statement, declared, "The situation has calmed." His words, spoken at a podium flanked by the UN flag, rang hollow while mass graves piled up in the Syrian coast. How can there be calm when, according to verified field reports, over 30,000 Alawite civilians have been killed or disappeared since March 7? Where is the voice of the victimized? Why was there no Alawite representative allowed to speak at the UN Security Council? Alawite women, often misrepresented and unheard, cry not only for justice, but for recognition. They are not remnants. They are not invisible. Let us be clear, this is not a war on a regime. It has become a war on identity. The U.S. intelligence report itself warns that HTS's governance is unstable and potentially paves the way for a resurgence of ISIS and even more radical groups. The call for democracy from HTS is, at best, a mask, behind which lies unchecked extremism, sectarian hatred, and political deception. To the international community, we ask, how many massacres will it take to qualify as genocide? When children are murdered in the name of politics, and the world responds with silence, what future are we building? And to our listeners, don't be silent, share their stories, ask your representatives, support independent investigations, demand accountability. This is not a forgotten corner of the world. This is a crime in progress. We leave you with one message. The blood of innocents should never be labeled political collateral. Stop the killing, stop the silence, stop the genocide. You've been listening to Radio Justice International. Stay informed, stay human.